And the manual is basically the rule book we have written for people. We have a certain expectation of our family members, of our friends, of our coworkers, of our parents, of our neighbors. And we decide this person should act like that. And when they don't, we think something about them. And then we feel angry or hurt or resentful or whatever it might be. But we don't have that manual with our body as well. And so I started thinking about this and I thought, let's try to separate. And whatever this you is, right? The person, the observer, that part of us that notices what we think, that part of us that notices a sensation in the body, that part of us that notices an emotion that we're feeling. And separate that, kind of take a step back, and then look at our body as an outside entity. And I'm deciding I want to be in a relationship with that body. Am I deciding that? Do I choose to be in a relationship with my body? Or is my body just kind of there and we're just kind of stuck and we just kind of bing bong off each other all the way through life? Do we consciously stop and look at our body and say, I am in a relationship. My consciousness, right, is a part of this body. My consciousness chooses how I think about it and how I treat it, what I tell it, what I put in it, how I judge it, and how I label it. Do I want to have unconditional love for this body? And what would that look like? Write this rule book for it. And when it violates our rule book, we decide we hate it. And then when we start to hate it and we start to judge it and we start to label it, we become miserable. We create horribly uncomfortable emotions for ourselves. We stop ourselves not only from learning to love this body by looking at saying, what kind of relationship am I in with this body and how can I treat it well? But then we also create toxic relationships around us.